Hey guys, before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and always drop a comment. I really appreciate all the love. And today, I've got a new design for you. It's called This Look Familiar. You can grab it on a coffee mug, a hoodie, or even a t-shirt, support the channel, click on one of them, and get your own, or pick up a specialty piece that fits your style. Washington Mystics versus Connecticut Sun team comparison. Can you believe the Washington Mystics actually lost to the Connecticut Sun last time out? For a team chasing the playoffs, dropping a game to the league's worst record is a head scratcher. What is going on with Washington? If they lose again here, maybe they don't deserve that playoff spot. But I don't see that happening twice. The Sun are already eliminated, and while Tina Charles is still producing, the depth just isn't there. Washington, led by rookie scorer Sonia Citron, should bounce back and keep their postseason hopes alive spread. Mystics minus 1.5. Washington opened as a slight favorite at minus 1.5. They've already beaten the Sun earlier this season and should have extra motivation after being embarrassed in the last matchup. The Mystics' defense is reliable enough to slow Connecticut, and if Citron and Iriafen get going, this is a spread they can cover, total over 158.5. Their last meeting fell short at 149 points, but that was an outlier compared to recent history. 7 of the last 10 matchups between these teams have gone over, and both squads are giving up over 80 points per game in their last stretch of contests. With Washington pushing the pace and Connecticut struggling defensively, the over is in play again, moneyline Mystics. Washington's playoff chances are on the line here. They cannot afford another loss to a team that's already eliminated. The Sun had their upset moment earlier this week, but with the Mystics' urgency and slightly better overall roster, Washington has the edge to win outright. Player prop suggestions: Sonia Citron over 16.5 points. Citron has been the offensive leader since the Mystics roster changes, scoring 19, 24, and 21 points in her last 3 games before the Sun matchup. With high usage and playoff urgency, she's in a strong spot to hit the over again. Tina Charles over 5.5 rebounds. Charles remains Connecticut's anchor inside, grabbing 9 boards in her last game against Washington. With her consistent presence in the paint, she has a strong chance to clear this rebound line. Chicago Sky versus New York Liberty. Team comparison. The Sky sit near the bottom of the standings, dropping 5 straight before this matchup. Angel Reese has returned and immediately reminded everyone why she leads the WNBA in rebounds at 12.6 per game. Alongside Camila Cardoso and Elizabeth Williams, Chicago controls the glass with an old-school big rotation, but they remain vulnerable defensively, ranking last in opponent fast break points and points off turnovers. The Liberty, on the other hand, are 14-4 at home this season, but are still battling injuries. Brianna Stewart, Nyara Sabali, and Isabel Harrison remain sidelined, leaving Jonquel Jones to carry the front court load. Fortunately, the backcourt is intact. Sabrina Ionescu is averaging 19.2 points per game, hitting free throws at 93%, and has already totaled 38 points across 2 meetings with Chicago this year. Despite some struggles, New York has the overall edge in talent and depth. Spread Chicago Sky plus 14.5. New York is a heavy favorite, but they're just 2-7 against the spread in August. Chicago's size with Reese and Cardoso give them a chance to grind this game out inside and keep it closer than expected. The Liberty should still win, but the Sky covering plus 14.5 looks realistic given New York's recent inconsistency. Total under 164.5. The line is set at 164.5, but with Stewart out and New York's offense not as explosive, this may trend lower. Chicago slows the game down with its inside play, and New York has also seen some dips in efficiency. A defensive grind in the paint makes the under more appealing here. Moneyline, New York Liberty. The Liberty are massive favorites at home, and for good reason. Despite their injuries, they're the more complete team and have too much backcourt firepower for Chicago's shaky defense. While the Sky could hang around on the boards, New York is still expected to take care of business outright. Player prop suggestions: Angel Reese over 13.5 points. Reese averages 14.2 per game and just returned from injury. With New York missing front court depth, she's in a strong spot to score consistently in the paint and clear this line. Sabrina Ionescu over 18.5 points. Ionescu has already burned Chicago for 38 across 2 matchups this season. With the Sky's perimeter defense among the weakest in the league, she's in position for another strong scoring night. Minnesota Lynx versus Atlanta Dream, team comparison. The Minnesota Lynx enter at 28-6, fresh off a demanding 3-game stretch against the Liberty. They took 2 wins before falling 85-75 on Tuesday, snapping a 6-game winning streak. Without Nafisa Collier, 23.5 PPG, 7.5 RPG, for a 5th straight contest due to an ankle injury, the Lynx struggled offensively, shooting just 40.8% from the field and turning the ball over 11 times against only 10 assists. Still, Minnesota leads the WNBA in both offensive 112.2 points per 100 possessions and defensive efficiency 98.5 allowed, while also ranking first in 3-point percentage 36.7%. The Atlanta Dream come in at 22-13 but have lost 2 of their last 3 games, including a heartbreaking 74-72 defeat at Las Vegas. They led by 10 with under 9 minutes left but couldn't hold on. Ryan Howard paced them with 19 points and 6 assists, while Alicia Gray and Brittany Griner added 16 each. The Dream will again be without Jordan Canada, 12.0 PPG, 5.7 APG due to a hamstring injury. Atlanta ranks second in both offensive and defensive efficiency, trailing only Minnesota, and they sit first in the league in defensive rebound percentage, a key factor in this matchup. Spread Atlanta Dream plus 2.5. The line reflects just how close this matchup is. Minnesota is without its best player in Collier, and that tilts the balance. Atlanta is strong on the boards and should use that advantage at home. Given the circumstances, the Dream covering plus 2.5 is a solid lean, total under 160.5. Both teams play slow. Minnesota ranks 11th in pace, Atlanta 12th, and both are elite defensively. Collier's absence removes a major scoring threat from Minnesota, and Canada's absence hurts Atlanta's playmaking. The under has cashed in 6 straight Atlanta games and 4 of the last 5 for Minnesota. Moneyline Atlanta Dream. The Lynx may be the top team in the WNBA, but without Collier, they're vulnerable. Atlanta's balance, rebounding, and home court edge make them a live underdog here. Player prop suggestions. Ryan Howard over 15.5 points. She's coming off 19 against the Aces and has stepped up as Atlanta's primary scorer with Jordan Canada out. Against a Minnesota squad missing Nafisa Collier's defensive versatility, Howard is in a strong spot to keep producing. Courtney Williams over 14.5 points. She led Minnesota with 17-inch their most recent game and continues to be the go-to guard in Collier's absence. With more touches and shot volume, she has the path to another double-digit scoring effort. Phoenix Mercury versus Las Vegas Aces, team comparison. The Las Vegas Aces, 22-14, come in red hot, winners of 8 straight after a 74-72 grinded-out victory over the Atlanta Dream. Aja Wilson put the team on her back with 32 points and 12 rebounds, sealing the win with a clutch bucket in the final minutes. Chelsea Gray has been the table setter, dishing at least 9 assists in 3 straight games, while Jackie Young has been a reliable second option. Las Vegas is 13-5 at home this season. The Phoenix Mercury, 21-13, erased a 12-point hole to take down the Golden State Valkyries 98-91. Kalea Copper led with 25 points as Phoenix notched its 3rd straight road win, improving to 10-7 away from home. Alyssa Thomas remains a force in the front court, while Satu Sabally has stepped up as a playmaker with at least 3 assists in 3 of her last 4 outings. Phoenix sits 4th in the standings and is in striking distance of a top 2 playoff seed. Spread Phoenix Mercury plus 1.5. The Aces are the hottest team in the league, but the Mercury are peaking at the right time and have been strong on the road. Leans toward Phoenix snapping Vegas' streak, making them the sharper play to cover. Total under 171.5, Las Vegas relies heavily on Wilson, and though their offense usually clears 80 points, they also hold opponents below 82 consistently. Phoenix has improved offensively but is still driven by defense. Moneyline Phoenix Mercury. The Mercury's balance and defensive presence give them a real chance to steal this one. Phoenix can deliver one of its best efforts of the season to halt the Aces' run. Player prop suggestions. Aja Wilson over 24.5 points. Wilson has been dominant, scoring 30 or more in 4 of her last 5 games. She also put up 30 and 26 her last 2 meetings with Phoenix. With the Aces riding her hot hand, the over on 24.5 is the stronger side. Alyssa Thomas over 14.5 points. Thomas has gone over this line in 3 of her last 4 games, including 15 against Las Vegas in their recent matchup. Her all-around impact makes her hard to slow down, and her scoring touch has been consistent in August. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss a video, and remember the Look Familiar design is up right now. Coffee mug, hoodie, t-shirt, whatever you like. Your support keeps this channel going. Much love, and I'll catch you in the next one.